Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Humane at Home. Thank you for joining us. I think we've had a few technical difficulties, and I apologize for that, but I think third time's a charm, I hope. So here we are. I'm in our beautiful San Diego campus. We're going to be showing you a few adoptable animals today. We're going to be meeting one of our amazing adoption counselors, and we're going to be talking about welcoming home a new pet. Well, it's really, really fun and exciting for us to bring home a new pet family member. It can be really scary, confusing, and stressful for our pets. So we need to make sure we're setting them up for success, and there's lots of things we can do to make that happen. And first of all, you need to think about things. Think, what kind of pet is going to be the best fit for my family? So I am standing here in our atrium. I see a bunny. I see, he's a very big bunny. This bunny's 9 pounds. Over there we have some rats and guinea pigs. Over here, Miss Lauren, we even have some pigeons. Oh my gosh, we have an adorable hamster who's going to the bathroom. I don't think we've ever caught hamster going potty live. That would be fun. So we have other birds, we have mice, hamsters. So all of these animals. I will tell you right now, I don't know how to properly care for all of these animals if I were to bring them into my home today. So besides just thinking about what kind of animal is going to be a good fit, how much time do I have for a pet, and most importantly, am I ready for that responsibility and commitment? Because I could get a hamster, maybe that's a 2-year commitment. If I'm going to get a puppy or kitten, that could be 15 to 20 years. So you really, really want to think, am I ready for that? Do I have any big life changes coming up that would impact me having a pet? Because they're not toys. They have feelings. We want to make sure that once we bring them in our family, that hopefully they get to stay there. So the biggest thing that I was talking about, like I said, I wouldn't know how to care for a pigeon if I brought them home, or a hamster, or mice. So I need you to do your research. Research. Google, let's talk about Google. You can find everything you need. We also have resources on our website. You're gonna need to find out, what kind of supplies does that pet need? What kind of food do they eat? How much exercise do they need? What is their activity level? You wanna make sure you're matching that. I know puppies have a lot higher activity level than I do, so I'm gonna get a senior pet who wants to watch Netflix on the couch with me. So you really, really need to make sure that you're matching the pet to what you are willing to do. So don't get something just because they're cute or because they look cool or because you come in here and you see a puppy or kitten and all of your logic goes out your brain. We really, really want to make sure you're planning ahead so that you're ready once that happens. And then lastly, prepare. You need to make sure you have all the supplies. If I'm going to get a bunny, I can get a litter box. I need to get this. What kind of food are they going to eat? Do I need a cage for my rats? Do I need toys, treats for my dogs and cats? Make sure you're doing all of that ahead of time. You're prepping. So before that animal comes home to you, you already have an area set up. You have everything they need. You're not running to Petco and getting all the supplies that you need. You already have everything set up so that once your pet comes in, they're ready to start their new life with you. So you don't have all that stress. I want to bring in someone who's an expert in this area, and that is Miss Kyla, and she is actually one of our adoption counselors here at San Diego Humane Society. So welcome, Kyla. Thank you for joining us. So first of all, tell me a little bit about what an adoption counselor does here at San Diego Humane Society.
Yeah, so our job is pretty much to matchmake, I mean, at this point, it's kind of like online dating. So we are matchmaking with adopters. We do want to know what is your lifestyle, what are you looking for, and then we kind of dig through the database and we kind of help find a good match if you haven't already picked one out before your appointment.
Yes, because not every pet is going to be a good fit for every family.
Right.
And that's not because there's something wrong with the family or something wrong with you. It is because different pets have different needs, and people have likes and dislikes and what they want to do, provide for a pet. So we want to make sure that's a good match. Because, yes, if I want to go home and sit on my couch every day and watch Netflix, I probably should not get a puppy. Because they're going to need training, they're going to need lots of activity and exercise. So I need to think about that, not just how cute they are, but really what's going to be the best fit. So what is the process now if someone wants to adopt an animal?
So right now we have an appointment-based system. So you browse online. We work with adder pets, so they populate all of our animals on our website. You apply for one, you make your adder pets account, then you get an email that will take you to our scheduling system. So We do book appointments quickly, so I definitely encourage people to check back throughout the day because we do get cancellations. So if there's a cancellation, you can like sneak in there and get an appointment.
You know, like getting a COVID appointment. So it's be at the right time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're always, and we only book out 24 hours, we're correct, or the next couple days because somebody might be already adopting the pet that you booked an appointment out for. So we want to make sure that's happening. And so before we move on, what are your main tips for adopters? And what do you think to set up animals for success when you bring them home?
So, like you were saying, Stacey, for the animal, it's exciting, but it's also scary and confusing and stressful for us. So, first, like, take a deep breath. Just relax. I would say keep things really calm at home and start thinking about what your routine is going to look like with that pet. Because it's going to vary. We're going to we're going to change things up day to day, but the more consistent you can be, the more relaxed the animal is going to be, the more confident you're going to feel. So just keep things kind of close to home, kind of quiet, and then expand your bubble as everyone gets comfortable.
Excellent. I think that's great because it's setting everybody up for success because yes, it's all a lot of things, and that's why too I feel if you front load, you've done your research, you have all your shopping done, everything's set, then when you walk in the door with your new pet, that everything's ready to go. So you're not scrambling for all of it. So a lot of front loading, and again, research. You need to make sure you are ready to care for your pet, and different pets have different needs. Like I said, I don't know how to care specifically for all of these, so I want to learn that before getting the pet. What are the concepts before you get the pet? Excellent. All right. Thank you, Kyla. Any famous last words? You got just
you got this.
Yes, adopt. You might be talking to Kyla next time you set up your appointment. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, Lauren, before we move on, I have this little bunny has been sleeping, and it's too cute, and you need to share with everybody. Yes, adorable. So we have our sleeping bunny. So again, like we were talking about, different pets, different needs. I was hoping our Petco would be open so we could show off. And again, maybe you want to welcome home a bonded pair, so you have 2 for 1. So you might need a little more space. You're going to be cleaning up a little, double the poop. You're going to have to, one thing we haven't talked about is money. It costs money to have a pet and to care for a pet. So make sure you're ready for that. There could be, besides the basic care, the food, the toys, the things that you're going to have to do constantly, vet care comes up, and unexpectedly sometimes. You need to be ready for that. So we're going to go, maybe let's go see if we can meet Grace, and hopefully they'll stay. Fun, because it's more fun to look at animals than me, and I'm very aware of that. But we want to talk about, now you've adopted a pet, you have met the pet, and you're getting, how exciting. We're going to come see Miss Grace. You can see she is very ready to meet us, and she's like, oh my gosh, I need to flip her ear over. Look at that. Okay, there's Miss Grace. She's ready to say hi. We're going to close that door. I need to flip her ear over, Lauren. There we go. Your ear was going inside out. So now you have your pet at home. What now? This is, hello, Miss Grace. This can be the scary, confusing part for your pet. When you adopt a pet and bring them home, you know that you are bringing them home for life. You know why they're there and how long they're going to be there. The pet has no idea, especially if they were a stray animal or maybe they were brought here by their owner. It's confusing, right? Now I'm with you, I'm with the shelter, now I'm going to this new place. So please be patient. As excited as you might be about your new pet, we don't want to have any welcome home parties. So it's not the time in those first few days to invite everybody over to meet your pet, to show them off. That can be really scary and stressful. So hopefully even before you brought your pet home, you have a designated area for them where they can feel safe, have calm, quiet time. And again, the introduction should be calm. You're not having everybody run in the room, grab, scream, oh my gosh, how cute, because that's really stressful. So you want to make them calm, and you want to have everything be positive. So that maybe is some toys, maybe treats. Every interaction is positive. Also, if you're bringing a dog home, take them on a walk before you get inside. Walk. Bring them inside the house. Keep them on a leash. Tour the house with them on the leash. Show them the house. Let them smell it. Let them get used to everybody. And this is really, really important. You need to be patient. Even house-trained pets can have accidents in the first few days. Grace is like, and then you know what? You might have purchased hundreds of dollars worth of toys, and then Grace says, "Excuse me, you wasted your money. I didn't even want that." So you're going to get to know your new pet and find out what their likes and dislikes are, and they might not like the toys you bought, and that's okay because Grace will say, "Just go give me a box, and I'll play with that instead." So really, really important. As soon as you bring them home, you give them a safe place. Don't give them too much freedom in the beginning. You want to set them up for success. You don't want to give them free reign where they're going to get to wreak havoc, maybe chew things they shouldn't, all that stuff. Hopefully you've done some pet proofing to make it a safe place. Make sure you set them up with things that they need. Hi, Grace. So that they don't have too much freedom so that they're not going to make mistakes. We want to make everything really, really positive, and that's really, really, really important. So once they're home, calm introductions, like Kyla said, and then giving them that time. There's a rule of 3 I want to tell you about. So let's go see if we can meet somebody else. So we're going to meet last. This is Grace, by the way. Sorry, we've met Grace, but she is available for adoption. She has had some kittens, but she has now been spayed. She has the cutest little belly with her hair growing back, and she is ready for a home of her own where she can be the star and get to be pampered now because all of her kittens have been adopted, and she is ready to be adopted as well. So I was talking about that rule of 3. Come with me, Miss Lauren. And that rule of 3 is really, really, really important. It talks about 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. That's how long we need to give our pets to decompress. I can't tell you how many times someone has come and said, or a friend, "Oh my gosh, they didn't bark at all when I met them, and I brought them home and they've been barking, and so we don't want a barking dog and bring them back." Oh my gosh, friends, give them a chance. Give them a chance. You need to make sure that you're giving the opportunity to settle, that you're giving them the opportunity to feel comfortable, to get to know you, because again, you know what's going on, but they don't. So you really need to think about it from the pet's perspective. Let's look at some cute pets while we're here, Miss Lauren, because again, we have some cuties. You need to think about it from the pet's perspective. We're going to go in here and say hello to someone. Oh my gosh, I left my keys somewhere. So do you know what? Mike is going to let us in. Mike, can you please let us in? We're on camera right now, Mike, and I need to get in here.
No keys, no.
So, no, we need to get in here. So I think I
would be happy to do
Thank you, because I think I left my keys, I think in Grace's room. So now we're going to be here with this puppy, and I think that is so
Cute nugget.
He's so adorable.
Oh my God.
Little bean.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mike. Okay, so when we're talking about transition time, doesn't apply as much to puppies. I'm going to start with saying, I am adopted. I am adopted. Don't look for me on the website. I already got adopted. So this little sweetie has a home already lined up. But when we're talking about adult animals more, I just thought you'd enjoy looking at a puppy. They're the ones who really, really need that transition time. When we're talking about the first 3 days, you are so cute. Miss Lauren, what are you doing? The first 3 days is really, really stressful. They're confused. So we need to make sure we're giving them space. We want to make sure that they're choosing to do the interactions, let them come to you. And most importantly, a lot of people think when you bring a pet home that, oh my gosh, I'm just going to let them kind of do whatever they want the first few days. I want them to feel happy here and comfortable. So I don't want them jumping on the furniture, but I'm going to let them jump on the furniture today and for the first week. No, no, no. You need to start establishing the routine and the boundaries that you want from day 1. Because if you say, oh, you could jump on the furniture now because I was just letting you get used to it, and then next week say they can't, that can be really, really confusing and really, really stressful for our pets. So, and again, give them a break too, because if you're adopting an older animal, you're not an older animal, but if you're adopting an older pet, maybe where they came from, that dog was allowed to be on the furniture and they were allowed to be on the bed. And then they get to your house and you say, well, I don't want that. Not their fault. So you need to use positive training, positive rewards, and make sure that they're learning the rules with patience. And oh my gosh, thank you, Bean, because every home is going to be different, and we need to give them that chance to settle in. So that's the first 3 days. Make it calm. This is a weird angle, Lauren. I'm gonna, I'm gonna let you step away and I'm gonna get up. So we need to, little bean, you're so cute. So that first 3 days, we're gonna make sure we're being patient, we're being kind, we're setting them up where they can be calm and have a space of their own. Okay, Mr. Bean, you're gonna stay here, okay? You're gonna stay here while we go. I'm gonna set you up over here and I'm gonna sneak out because that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? Okay, okay, we have a puppy. Oh, we have a puppy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, that's why you have to have a safe space. I'm going to follow my volunteer here. And you know what? Can you let her to the scooter room? You're, okay, you don't have a key. We don't have a key. Okay, well, we're going to take a look at some of our pets here. After that first 3 days, it's going to be the first 3 weeks. And that's when our pets are going to start settling in. Oh my gosh, we have another cutie here. This, Lauren, you know what I like is when you show the room here. Look at this, a beautiful puppy. What says, oh my gosh, I have messed up all the sheets. Maybe the lighting's better over there. I grew, thrown around all my blankets. All that stuff is happening. So in the first 3 weeks, they're going to start to get more settled. They're going to start getting to know your routine. So in those first few days, you set that routine, and now you're following it so that they continue to practice that, and they're going to get more comfortable, more settled with you. Oh my gosh, this cutie. We have lots of cute puppies right now, Lord. But we also have amazing older dogs. So these are the ones we're talking about, friends, when we're talking about really, really making sure that you're giving them time, giving them space. After that first 3 weeks, when they start to get settled, they say, hey, I get it. I'm going to be here. I'm starting to figure out the routine. Then we get to our first 3 months, and that's when they're really realizing, hey, this is my new home. I feel comfortable. I'm feeling settled. My personality is going to start coming out. So sometimes in those first weeks and months, the first few days and weeks, it's kind of calm, and then you start seeing behavior issues. Maybe you did it before because they're saying, like a teenager, I'm pretty comfy here, and now I'm going to show you something. So that's really, really important that you're ready for those. That's why you put in those routines and that training already in place so that, oh my gosh, we have all these empty habitats, which is a good thing, right? So you have all that already in place. So I want to share with you some really great resources. And the first one is this amazing book. I cannot speak enough about this book. And this is by Patricia McConnell, and it's called Love Has No Age Limit, Bringing an Adopted Dog into Your Home. Dogs are obviously more challenging than if you're bringing a guinea pig because your dog's going to have free roam of your house. So this is an excellent resource. It tells you from before they come home, how to introduce them. It's basically a very, 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 very detailed version of today, which is amazing. And then I forgot about our amazing puppy checklist when I was sitting with Mr. Beanie. So sorry, Jordan, if you're having to go back and forth. There, Miss Jordan is going to put a website link for you. This is the most incredible puppy checklist by Dr. Yin. If you're going to get a puppy, get this checklist. It's incredible. It goes over handling, so touching them in different parts of their body. It talks about scary noises. So you can use CDs to make thunder. You want to, when you get a new puppy, you want to vacuum all around them. You want to introduce them to children. You want to introduce them to men in hats. You want to introduce them to other animals. She tells you how to do that. You want to bang a cookie sheet. Get them used to all those things so that you have that socialization period is so, so important. And this is a checklist of so many things. I think it's like 6 pages. Tall men, people wearing sunglasses, people with a walker, people with a wheelchair, those things that we don't even think about. But then you're going to have this really well socialized dog who can go to restaurants, who can go out, who kind of can go out there and be used to all those things, and you can have a really well-trained dog, which is pretty amazing. And then finally, we're going to hear from an expert. On Monday, we have a pet talk coming up, and the pet talk is all about introducing your new pet to your resident pets, and that is super important. And I'm going to leave that to the professional, and that is Juliet Nash, who is one of our amazing trainers. So she has a pet talk. There's going to be a link on the screen that you can go find out more information. It is Monday night, and that one is super important because sometimes that can be a little troublesome because you have a resident pet who's like, hey, who's this? They're in my space. So we want to make sure that everybody meets safely and properly, and there's a way to do it. And Juliet's going to really cover that. So join her on Monday night. It's virtual, just like this, so you can zoom in. And again, that's part of preparing ahead of time. That's not something you want to learn about in the second. So please, 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 if anything you take away, before you get a pet, think about it, research, and prepare for that pet so that when you bring them home, it's ready for a successful transition and you're ready, the whole family's ready to welcome them and have them in their life. So that's really, really important. So I don't think we got to see cats. I don't remember which time we saw Brace the cat, but oh my goodness. So next week on Monday, Lovejoy is going to be painting one of our adoptable animals. Monday at 3 o'clock, special date. Then next Friday, we have our virtual adoption event. It's going to be all about small pets. We have so many small pets right now: hamsters, mice, guinea pigs, rabbits. So we're going to be focusing on those. And then Miss Lauren is going to have some really cool DIY things you can do for Memorial Day. So hopefully you'll join us, and hopefully you'll get to watch us on the first try instead of the third try. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next Monday.